कन्हैया कुमार कहाँ है?
तिलक चौक, तिलक चौक,
तिलक चौक, तिलक चौक,
तिलक चौक, तिलक चौक,
तिलक चौक, तिलक चौक,
तिलक चौक, तिलक चौक। कन्हैया कुमार जिंदाबाद, जिंदाबाद, जिंदाबाद। कन्हैया कुमार जिंदाबाद,
जिंदाबाद, जिंदाबाद।
आप तमाम लोगों से निवेदन है, आज शाम को 7 बजे तिलक चौक पे कन्हैया कुमार आ रहे हैं, जो इंडिया अलायंस के प्रतिनिधि है आपके नॉर्थ ईस्ट उत्तर पूर्वी दिल्ली की तरफ से। आप तमाम लोगों से निवेदन है कि आप शाम को 7 बजे तिलक चौक पे आइए, आप अपनी बातें रखिए और उनसे मिलिए और साथ ही साथ भारी से
Hello viewers, now you have seen that there are people walking around with these posters criticizing Modi and campaigning for Kanyakumar. We came to know that they are all professors and teachers of Kanyakumar, and let's have words with them what they are doing here and what's going to happen there. Sir, welcome to our channel. What you are all doing here, why the professors are coming to the campaign, what's happening here, sir?
These are dark days for India. All the democratic values are in danger. Even the constitution is in danger. And we, Professor, I am a retired Vice Chancellor. Even persons like me have to come to streets and carry out our struggle against these dark days. And this is probably the last time either we will overcome the dark days or dark days will continue forever. So this is a question of do or die for us, because everywhere, what is happening is the society is being divided in the name of religion, in the name of caste, and the burning problems of people like unemployment, rise of prices, and others, and the problems of the peasantry, they are not being talked about. The chief campaigner of the dark days doesn't talk about these things. He talks about petty things like Hindu Musliman or Sindoor or Mangala Sutra and all that. All the times lies are being told all around, day in and day out. So this is the situation, exactly the same situation as it was there during the Hitler days, that people are being taken away gradually. Chief ministers are being jailed on trumped up charges. All politicians, opponents are being harassed. The bank accounts of the political parties are being frozen, and universities are being filled with people, undeserving people of that party, ruling party only. And the job recently in Delhi University, 2,000 posts were filled of the lecturers. The old teachers who were working as temporary hands and on ad hoc basis, they were all thrown out, and they were filled by the supporters of the ruling party. And merit is no consideration. Only consideration is the person being taken either should be of their party, or he should pay an hefty amount in bribe. It's all garbage is being put into the universities. If you have garbage like teachers in the university, you cannot have better students coming out of them.
Okay.
So it's a question of the future of the country. The future of the country is being staked, is at stake. So naturally, even a person like me, who is a retired Vice Chancellor, I am 79 years old, will have to come to the streets, will have to come. If we keep sitting in our cozy corners, no change will happen. So that is why we are teachers of Delhi University, teachers of JNU, students of JNU are now campaigning actively for Kanhaiya Kumar, who, as you know, was a former student of JNU and who was jailed on trumped-up charges, on false charges. Similarly, it is happening with everybody. Anybody who raises voices and whose voice matter is put behind bars. These are bad times for the country, and we want that these times should end. Modi said that there will be Achhe Din. No Achhe Din have come. Only the bad times have come.
Harish Batra. I belong to a refugee Punjabi family from Layalpur. My father is in RSS from long time. There after partition, his age is 1 year old child. They are now 79 plus, but my age is now 52, and I am a spiritual secular Hindu. I learn a spiritual meditation, spirituality from my guru, 26-year-old. In 2002, in Gujarat riots, 3 days, nights, I don't sleep and I cried. And 4th day, I asked BJP leaders the question why these rights for Muslims, but they don't defend. They defend this is for partition, our motto, but I don't like their theories, so I left BJP and RSS. From 2003, I am in Congress and I am a spiritual secular Hindu. I don't believe in Hindu-Muslim difference. I believe in humanity and spirituality. Our Hindutva spirituality is Rom Rome Vyape Ram. I don't like Hindu Ram, but I like Krishna. But हमारे हिंदुत्व में साफ साफ ये है कि किसी भी रूह में कोई भी इंसान में वर्डिंग का फर्क हो सकता है, किसी इंसान में फर्क नहीं है.
But Modi says that if Congress comes to power, they will snatch one buffalo if we have to. They will snatch your Mangal Sutras. They are anti-Hindus. They are anti-Indians.
Modi have no issue. Modi have no issue. Modi have only issue Hindu, Muslim, Ram Mandir and Pakistan. This is today newspaper. Modi says Pakistan will be for crime. मोदी कह रहे हैं कि मोदी पाकिस्तान परमाणु बम भेज देगा. पिछला इलेक्शन भी मोदी ने परमाणु बम और पाकिस्तान पे और इन चीजों पे जीता था.
Repeat that in English.
Modi have lost 2000 in BJP and Modi have lost 2019 election one only on Pakistan issue. But we don't want this issue. We are Hindu. Hindu is a spiritual. We are human and we don't difference in any human being. We are unite.
Okay.
Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, we are Jain, Buddhism, we are unite. No casteism, no drama.
Modi also made fasting for 11 days and entered into the temple.
Fasting is a scientific way of detoxification of our body, and fasting is in all religions. In Muslim, Ramzan, in our is Vrat and Upwas. It's a wording difference. It's only wording difference. Fasting is a scientific way to detox our body, and all things are only scientific.
But Modi's toxicity cannot be detoxified with that fasting. Can I take it like that?
We don't detox their mind set up. We don't RSS have set up for only destroying India. They are destroying India. We are new India. We are young India. They have only destroying India.
Okay. Sir, we just want to know where are you working and what you are doing now?
My name is Harish Batra. My age is 52-year-old. My main work is printing, and now also I am doing property work for DU North Campus students and South Campus. I provide very cheap and best accommodation PG in all North Campus, North Delhi, to DU students. Especially I am working for minority students and poor students. I help them, discount them and installment them by my commission.
கன்னியாகுமரிக்காக இங்க டெல்லியில் நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய பிரச்சார பகுதிக்கு நாம் வந்தோம். வந்து பார்த்த இடத்தில் கையில நம்மால் முகம் மாதிரி ஒன்று தெரியுதே அப்படின்னு நம்ம பார்த்தோம். தமிழ்நாடு பால்வளத்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு மனோ தங்கராஜ் அவர்கள் எழுதிய மோடியின் பொய்கள் குறித்த அந்த புத்தகத்தினுடைய ஆங்கில வடிவத்தை இங்கிருக்கும் பலரும் கையில் வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்கள் அதை படித்துக் கொண்டிருப்பதாகவும் சொன்னார்கள். அவர்களிடம் கேட்டு தெரிந்து கொள்வோம் என்ன செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள் என்று. பாய் நமஸ்கார். I have seen that you are reading the book written by Tamil Nadu Minister Mano Thangaraj. How you got that book and what is in that book?
This book is distributed by the Congress people for the campaigning, and is mainly highlighting the issues that previous government, the government of India that is led by Mr. Modi and the BJP, how they are fooling the government. So Mr. Thangaraj highlighted 108 questions is a religious stigma like style to the BJP party, and he highlights such kind of issues. Mainly talk about the women issue, the education issue, welfare issue, and how the corporation dominating the society, monopolistic system of the governance, and such kind of issue Mr. Thangaraj highlighted in this book. And I can tell about something. Yeah,
you can tell us,
like mainly the woman issue, the woman empowerment. There is a picture of, like there is a discourse of woman empowerment in society, but there is a different picture in India. Women are discriminated, like the wrestlers on the like Rajpath, like Balkis Bano in the Modi's rule, and then there is a MLA from like singer, and Hathras Khan, and there are number of like if you go by the NCRB data, 19% increase in the woman like cases and crimes, rapes and such kind of during the time of Mr. Modi. And there are other issues like unemployment in India, like 28% unemployment in Rajasthan, 38% in Haryana, 20% in Delhi. Such kind of issues highlighted in this mainly particular book.
So very useful for your campaign.
It's not useful as it's bloody useful for the people of the country. How the government of India is fooling you. The reality is different and discourse is different, and vote for the reality, not for discourse. That's the Mr. Thangaraj.
Now they are diluting the diversity of India by one nation and one language.
But Modi is the one who always claims Shakti empowerment, Nari Shakti and Matru Shakti. He claims that he is the one who holds the votes of whole women in this country. Is it true, and what is the real opinion? What is your opinion about that?
I don't think that this government is doing well for any woman, and they have very good policies for women empowerment. And their BJP MLAs, even we know that how the rapists are also members of BJP. This is very disgusting to see this recent that 2600 videos one of MP has. So I don't think that this government is doing anything for women.
Your opinion about the Modi government?
They talked about the Nari Shakti, but they didn't talk about the what kind of Nari they are including into it. Are only upper caste or upper class Naris are included in their manifesto or their policies, or they think about Muslim women and the OBC women also. So they don't even consider those women as a women. So they're all Nari Shakti is all about the upper class and upper caste Naris. So we got this book from the JNU Tamil Association, and there is a student association of Tamil student in the JNU. They are trying to distribute this book all over the campus and other part of the campaigning, so that the reality of the Mr. Modi come in front of the people and the front of this North Indian people too. They can understand how this Modi government fooling the people with their fake policies and fake things.
Actually, it's a very interesting point of view that Modi is not working for the non-Brahmin women sector. The non-Brahmin women sector includes OBCs, SC, STs, minorities, linguistic minorities and all. And it is very important to note that as you mentioned. இப்போ ஜேஎன்யூல இருந்து மாணவர்கள் இவ்வளவு பேர் ஓட்டு கேட்டு வர்றதை பார்க்க முடியுது. ஏன் வரணும்ன்ற அந்த ஒரு ஆர்வம் வருது?
So basically, like here the thing is like this is the last chance for us to save our constitution. So like we all, like the JNU students are giving completely unconditional solidarity to the India Alliance to win. So like we the students are coming as a block by bus to here and asking for vote. Here we are sitting now in Northeast Delhi. So here Kanhaiya Kumar is contesting for the India bloc. So we are trying our best for making him to win, and you can see like all are in such a kind of mood.
But even after 10 years of Modi government, the constitution is still there, parliament is still there, Election are still happening. Amit Shah says that the India Block's allegations are baseless. What's your response about it?
Okay, I can just tell a counter argument like by taking someone from the rural village of Odia to as someone from the SC background to the Indian president, it doesn't mean like they are, India is pro to that particular community, to Adivasi or somehow. It's just a show off. It's just a hypocrisy that like they are standing, but at the road level they are completely against that, and like we want to save, in all sense, like we can follow, when we are looking the polling or like the election or the election commission, in whatever the pills of democracy, it's decaying day by day. So this is the last chance we all are considering, and JNU is in the front position.
So, what are the changes that you can feel in the last 10 years within the JNU campus or in Delhi University or amongst the education institutions? What are the changes that you feel that should not happen but happened?
Yeah, you know that JNU is the one of the best institution in this country, and like they want to destroy the country. Destroy the country by through the education system, by through the destroying universities like DU or JNU. So like for that purpose, they are trying. They are putting they are recruiting the people. They are reducing the fund. So like the infrastructurally, JNU is at the worst position because of the only this government. They don't want to go. They don't want to stable this institution anymore because of the Modi government, like India saffronization of this country. This is a secular country. This was a secular country, and we want to preserve this country as like the secular democratic republic of India. So for that purpose, we need this constitution. We want election. We want win the India bloc. So we are standing for that.
What about the scholarships of OBCs, SCs or STs or minorities? Are the students okay with that or deprived of that?
Surely, like as a scholar, as a student, like we are suffering due to this government. We are not getting enough fund. We are not getting the scholarship. We are not getting basic infrastructure in the university. We are not getting the facility to stay. We are not getting whatever the things, basic things we want to fulfill. Because like we people are coming from the south part, and like by reaching here, we are struggling a lot of things because of like why we are struggling, why we are sacrificing many things because of a good education. But this government is also compromising. They don't want to teach, or they don't want to students discuss or research or like whatever the basic problem of this country. In that way, like scholarships are cutting, even this whatever the scholarship, MANF, Maulanas, as you said, Maulana's national fellowship is completely stopped. Whatever the scholarship schemes are available, they are not funding. It's not coming regularly. It's coming at the year base or like a half year base. So like these are research scholars. They are coming from the rural background. They don't have any other income. So for that purpose, they are in a different mental health issues. So that's a big issue the nation needs to consider.